Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to BWTM Sports Gaming. It's been a busy time, and all I can say to you all is that I'm just glad to be able to do what I'm doing right here and do these shows. Thank you so much to the people who have been supportive. Really appreciate it. This one, I'm doing this show, two things. Reason one was because I got an alert from Google, and anytime Google alerts me to anything that's BWTM Sports, I have to have a look. So I've seen one of the articles, and I've sent the article out, but people can't read it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go through the articles now. There's a load of them that I've seen. I haven't been able to catch up on them. So literally in real time, I'm catching up with these articles. There's one article I've seen already this morning, but I'm going to go through all the Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua articles that the media have been so great to cover. It's not the first time. They do it a lot, and I really appreciate it. It takes time to listen to an interview and then quote it and then put it into an article. So I really appreciate the journalists from around the world. It's not the first time, and we really appreciate it. So it's a testament to the quality of guests we have on the show, as in Uncle James Ali BASHIR, and of course the I think it's the work and time we've put in to build this relationship with media. So I haven't been seeing all these articles. So what I'm going to do now is take you to the articles. I will post them in the description box after, so you can watch them in your own time. So let me just get across here. So I brought it up, the page, and if I can just do this and go to share screen. I hope you all are well, by the way, while I'm babbling on share screen, and I'll do the translation as well to get it into English. So here we go. There we go. I share the page there, and what I will do is let me see. Can I put myself somewhere? Let me see. I can put myself in here. Yeah, that maybe there, or maybe not. I don't know. There, maybe there. What do you think? There? Can you see that? How does that look? Does it look okay? Can you see on the screen? No, you can just about see it on the screen. Let me do full screen so you can see the whole thing. Get my head out of it. Right. So, okay. So here's the articles. Sorry, Google. Google has woke up this morning to Google, and they were basically, hey, how are we doing? Good morning or good afternoon if you're outside of the UK. Let me show you the articles. 15 hours ago. So this purple one here is the one that I've read. That just I pulled up. That's the one that Google sent me this morning. So obviously it's in Russian, so we'll translate that. And it says here, Usyk's ex-coach confidently said how the rematch with Joshua will end, mentioning the war in Ukraine. What I will do, I'll click this here. I'll click on this here, copy it, and then I'll add it. The reason why I'm able to, let me get here. The reason why I'm able to, I've got Google Translate installed onto my laptop, so that's the reason why I can translate it. But there we go, get it translated. There you go. That's the first article there, so you can check that out. But let's have a look through it. It says, former coach of Alexander Usyk, that's the interview I did with James Uncle BASHIR 2 days ago, believes that the second fight with Anthony Joshua would not go the whole distance. According to the well-known American specialist, the fight is guaranteed to end ahead of the schedule, so inside the distance. The translation is there. So in addition, Ali BASHIR analysed the invitations of Usyk's camp of the two big heavyweights, Bakole and Zakonzi. Sorry if I butchered the name, but Alexandre is sure that the Kremlin is being prepared for a real battle. I don't think it will go past 7 rounds. Thank you for the advertisement out of the way. In any case, someone is going to get knocked out. I think they're preparing him for the fight. They know that Joshua will give a fight and are preparing to meet him. BASHIR said in an interview with YouTube channel BWTM Sports YouTube channel. The translation is provided by Varinj.com. Thank you, Varinj.com. Appreciate that. And you got to see there's the article with you know who, Alexander Usyk and Martin Bacoli with BWTM Sports in the article itself. I don't know why these people decide to call me while I'm on the middle of the show. Right. So there's the article there. The coach also believes that the war in Ukraine will not affect Alexander. When he thinks about a task, he will do it. He will not be distracted. He already knows what he will do, how he will fight. He already knows all of this. He understands that there is a war going on now, but he's such a person who can put it on the back burner and get the job done, Ali Bashir said. So I'm not going to go through the whole article, but it's there. I've just clicked on it there so you can see the article, read it for yourselves and check it out. So there's quite a few articles to go through here. So if I just go back here, we've seen the article. I think that's the same. This was 1 week ago. So let's look at this article. I haven't seen this article. So the first time I've seen it. Goes, the undefeated boxer who won 44 fights challenged Usyk and told how the rematch with Joshua would end. What's this here? Oh. The famous Mexican light heavyweight Gilberto Ramirez said that he wants to move up to heavyweight in the future and fight Alexander Usyk. He says the 31-year-old mandatory challenger for the WBA title also predicted the Ukraine rematch with Anthony Joshua. So Gilberto Ramirez is talking about moving up to heavyweight. According to Ramirez, the meeting with Usyk and Joshua 2 will end with a victory for our compatriot. Sasha knocks out the British boxer. Who would be a good heavyweight opponent for me? I think Usyk, he's good. Naturally, I would want to fight the best. That's the way it should be, right? I've been in the heavyweight ring. And punch is a punch. He'll be stronger and heavier, but I think I can do it. The mustache is about my size. I don't know what that means. Probably that's the translation. An easy opponent would be Anthony Joshua because it seems to me he doesn't have a handle. Ramirez said in the interview with Fight Hub TV. Okay, so Fight Hub's got on as well. Great stuff there. So we go there. It's Fight Hub. Shout out to Fight Hub there. So I'm just going through all the news articles. So Ramirez thinks that let's see what we got here. 3 weeks ago, 1 week ago, 3 days ago. Let's go to 3 days ago. Time and place of the fight. Okay. Official fight date. So just talking about the fight, let me just add this here so you can take your time yourself to look at it, look through the articles and see for yourself. There you go, right there. Let me get the Ramirez article up as well so you can see it. So you can go back there, Ramirez article, get that as well. Shout out to Fight Hub. Let's put this here. It's always a great thing, you know. You get up in the morning, you see that your article has been translated, it's been translated and brought into mainstream media. Let's you can see the articles there. I'm putting up there in the description box, so it will be on the video afterwards. Wow, Ramirez wants to move up to heavyweight. I heard that story before, but there's another article here. Let's see, 3 weeks ago. War breaks out around Usyk and Joshua. 2. Let's talk about DAZN and Sky Sports. We all know now that Sky Sports handily won that war here as well. Again, if you're Ukrainian and you didn't know about this website, you do now. And if you're non-Ukrainian and you didn't know about this website, you do know now. It's here. Right. Let's see if there's any more news. This one here. This article here as well. Britain reported a shocking deal for the fight. Translate 25 to 30 million, in which England itself is called a shocking deal. Hearn thinks it's a shocking deal. Well, it's a shocking deal that because the zone didn't get the rights. That's probably why. So there we go. There's the article there. So I think it's all on the same page actually. Let's go back there. So yeah, just want to show you some of this here. 14 hours ago. What's this one? Let's see what we've got here. There we go. This is another article. See if we can get that translated to English, please. It's in Ukrainian. Yeah, there we go. This is the article again. Johnny Nelson. This is our BWTM Sports here. Johnny Nelson, where he said that Alexander Usyk is an average heavyweight, and Uncle Bashir on the same interview that we did kind of slammed Nelson. It says the former head coach of Alexander Usyk, James Bashir, commented on the scandalous statement of the former heavyweight champion, and now the boxing analyst, cruiserweight champion, I think, boxing analyst, Sky TV's Johnny Nelson. The ex-coach of the Ukraine does not consider our champion to be middle peasant in boxing, writes Vurinj, with reference to the BWTN Sports Gaming channel. Johnny is wrong. Usyk is a middle-class crook, a magical crook. He's there, he's here, he's there, and he's behind your back. Usyk is anyone but not a middle-class crook. Or basically, I think the translation is like, he's nothing, he's more than average. So I think the translation is that Usyk is, because Nelson said that Usyk was an average cruiserweight, and Bashir saying he's anything but an average cruiserweight. Because according to the coach, all the boxers whom Usyk beat also made him feel special. I worked with him for 3 years. I tried to tell, but no one listened. Usyk is a special boxer. He has a special mind. In one interview, Johnny Nelson said that Usyk is a middle-class or average boxer. The Ukrainian boxer refused the services of Bashir in 2017. The teacher was fired with the help of SMS message. Yeah, we did that. We actually did that interview live with Uncle Bashir when that happened. Still up to this day, I thought it was very unprofessional way they did it, but that's no business. Since when has Johnny ever been right? He's a Sky Company man. Yeah, now he's talking about Joshua, and he's comparing Anthony Joshua to Muhammad Ali. Let me see if I can find that article. Johnny Nelson calling Anthony Joshua Muhammad Ali. Let me get that one. Let's get that one up. There it is. Johnny Nelson. Well, we'll get the article up anyway. So we'll just, after we've got Johnny Nelson saying the stuff he's saying there, let's go to this article. Johnny Nelson saying that Anthony Joshua basically is he's compared him to Muhammad Ali. I don't know how the man can do that. Let me just get the article up. Stop sharing screen. Let's share screen again. Still learning how to operate this. Muhammad Ali. Let's see what Nelson says this time. I've got here how he compares. This is it. Let's read this. Got it here. There's the article. So let me post it up there for you as well. Johnny Nelson comparing Joshua to Muhammad Ali. My God. Johnny Nelson. Cup tea, man. Here we go. Let's read up. And it's been by Planet Sport writer Lewis Oldham. Shout out to Lewis Oldham. Johnny Nelson compares serious Anthony Joshua to Muhammad Ali before Alexander Usyk rematch. Johnny Nelson thinks it's a good sign that Anthony Joshua has already travelled out to Saudi Arabia ahead of the rematch against Alexander Usyk. Usyk versus Joshua 2 is still 4 weeks away. Remember, bear in mind that Anthony Joshua is now signed with Sky. The fight is now on Sky Sports, so bear that in mind. But the former two-time world champion has based himself in Saudi Arabia in weeks leading up to the fight. The Ukrainian, meanwhile, has spent the last few weeks training in Abu Dhabi. Ex-cruiserweight world champion Nelson has praised Joshua for deciding to travel out early. He has compared this decision to what Muhammad Ali did before the Rumble in the Jungle against George Foreman back in 1974. It's a good sign, Nelson said to Sky Sports. He wants to acclimatise, get used to the heat, get used to the environment, make it second nature, a second home for himself out there, which is a good sign. I remember when Ali did it when he was fighting George Foreman in the jungle. He was there for longer than he was expected to be. I think this one here, AJ has gone out there thinking he's got to do it right. I'm sure he's taking his team out, his sparring partners out there. It's the best thing to do, just to get used to the heat. He's got to do everything in his favour, and I like the thinking behind it. We can read into so many things, but it shows serious intentions. He's out there on business, which is a must. Joshua was beaten for the second time in the pro ranks last September at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as former undisputed cruiserweight champion Usyk outclassed and battle age to become the new heavyweight champion of the world. The Brit has made a few changes ahead of the rematch in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on August 20th. He has parted ways with his long-term trainer, Robert McCracken, is now working for Robert Garcia. He's Mike Garcia's older brother and has previously worked with the likes of Nita Tenier and Victor Ortiz. There we go. So, Johnny Nelson comparing Anthony Joshua. Good morning, Cameron. Just going for some news stories here regarding this fight. I think I might do this more often. Johnny Nelson comparing. Do you have to compare? So then, damn it, I don't know. You go around comparing Joshua to Anthony Joshua to Muhammad Ali because he goes out to camp, goes out to training camp, or goes to another country early. Damn. I don't know how you can get that comparison. In the white shorts and the white shoes, I know. Absolute drivel from the king of talking a lot about nothing. Well, there we go. Well, if we talk about, in terms of drivel and talking about nothing, Tyson Fury, let's talk about him now. What's the latest flip-flopping he said? Let's see, flip-flop Fury. Let's see what he's got to say now for himself. Every day he's got something. Oh, dear. Flip-flop returns. I can't take that. I mean, you can't take this guy seriously, Tyson Fury. You really can't. Wasn't it 500 million and he wasn't going to come at retirement? Now, Tyson comes out with his statement. I mean, I think we'll have to do a Fury flip-flop watch because this guy's now come out and says this. If you talk about drivel, I'll fight you for free. I'll fight you for free. The man that said 500 million and he was retired now says you'll fight him for free. You gotta laugh at you. If you follow Tyson Fury, heavyweight champion of the world, said he was going to retire after defeating Dillian White. But with the passage of time, he has apparently changed his mind and would be willing to put the gloves on against Anthony Joshua, but only under certain conditions. What's the conditions, Tyson? Let's hear the conditions. Through his Instagram, he said that he would be happy to face Joshua as long as the fight is held on British soil with neither fighter receiving any money. Well, I thought you both were prize fighters. The 1 minute you talk about 500 million, and now you're coming out with this. Let's hear it from the man's himself. Let's see if I can play it. Can I play it? Let's see what he's got to say for himself. Can I play it? Can it be played? Can it be shown? Let me see. Will it come up? Or won't it come up? No, maybe not. Maybe it won't play. But anyway, let's hear what he's got to say under here. This is confirmation of what I've been saying about Anthony Joshua all over effing England, Fury told fans. The fight has to be free. Free television and all tickets are free. This will be no money to be made for this historic British fight if it happens. These are the conditions. I'm in charge. Take it or leave it. The ball's on your side. Take it or leave it. Either way, I don't give a damn. There's the offer. Peace. From 500 million to being completely retired, never fighting again, within 2 days, free. Oh, Tyson. Oh, dear me. Dear me. I don't know who's worse. Johnny Nelson comparing Anthony Joshua to Muhammad Ali or Tyson Fury saying he's retired 1 week and then says, give me 500 the next week, and in the same week says, now we'll fight for free. Tyson King flip-flops are now available on BWTM. And you know what? I might get in trouble for it though. Fury flip-flops. I think, yeah, pay me 500 million to come out of retirement and fight Josh for free. Yeah, pay me 500 million, but make sure that both fighters don't get paid. Make sure it's free on television, but pay me 500 million. If that is not the king of flip-flops, I don't know. Why does he want to fight for free? I don't know. He might have had a knock at the door. I don't know. As Tyson Fury says, it's none of my business. What another man does is up to him. But I tell you now, it's comical stuff. I mean, remember when Tyson Fury said he gave all that money to charity? And then when they questioned Tyson on it, he told us, it's my damn money, I do what I want with it. Flip-flop Fury, they need king flip-flop. That's what it is. I mean, not even give it like a month or 2 months or 3 months. I mean, his PR team, who is actually Tyson Fury's PR team? I'd like to know. I really would. Because if this guy's saying this one day, then he's saying that the next day, then he's come back. I mean, this guy's allowed to say what he likes, when he wants, how he feels. Tyson, the kind of guy who irons half his shirt wearing and then takes it off to iron the rest. AJ, cheap version of Frank Bruno. I don't know. But what you need, you see, this era needs somebody who will pull Tyson up on all his rubbish. Apart from Dillian White, talking rubbish, you need someone who's going to pull Tyson up on all this stuff. Hey, bro, you're not totally with us. You're not. I mean, one day you're saying this, next minute you're saying that, then you come back to say this again, flip-flop. AJ versus Gary Mason, who wins? I'm going for Gary Mason. I don't know. I'm a big Mason fan. And Mason landed some big shots on Lennox Lewis. I don't know if AJ would have taken them clunks, but I could be wrong there. I think Vlad was right when he said he was bipolar. I don't think he knows what he's on about to say. Yeah, I have heard some stories about that before, the whole bipolar thing. Did you see Ben Davidson's breakdown of how AJ can win the fight? He invented his own AJ in his head to justify the crap he's coming out with. Oh, I don't know. But let me see if I can get the article. Maybe it is a news article because let me see if I can get a news article. Ben Davidson, AJ wins. So let's see if he's something here. First 22nd. There we are. 14th of July. That's the day before my birthday. So let's see if it's this one. He's got the full breakdown here. It's 21 minutes. Well, I'm going to go listen to that for 21 minutes, mate. Let's see here. Well, let's see this article. It says 14th of July. Let's bring this back up here. Let's come out this stream. Let's go here. Stop screen. Share the screen. Get the audio up. Let's get across here. Let's get Ben Davidson. AJ wins. Well, let's see. Let's have a listen to this. Or let's have a read of it anyway. It's in the Sun. Everyone's favourite, Ben Davidson. So Tyson Fury's former trainer, Ben Davidson, Why did they have to say Tyson Fury's former trainer? He's currently training Devin Haney's, and why does he have to be Tyson Fury's former trainer? Why can't he just be Ben Davidson, boxing trainer? Anyway, Anthony Joshua just beat Alexander Usyk in the rematch. So let's see what Ben's got to say. Anthony Joshua changed his tactics and beat Alexander Usyk in the rematch according to Tyson Fury's former trainer. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's see what he's got to say. I'm confident he can do it. Beat Usyk. I thought he was going to win the first fight. I thought he was going to go about it. I thought he would go about it the wrong way as he did, but I still thought there was a lot of distance for Usyk to cover or Joshua eventually clip him. But I think he will make some adjustments. It's a tough fight. Usyk is a phenomenal heavyweight, and his attributes are difficult for these big giant heavyweights that are out there at the moment. Let's see what he continues to say. There are some obstacles to overcome, but I'm sure him, Robert Garcia, and Fernandez and the rest of the team are working to overcome, but I hope they do. So what's the tactic? The fight everyone wants to see, I know, was Usyk versus Fury as well, but it's a massive, mega British undisputed heavyweight showdown, Joshua versus Fury. Okay, so what's the plan? What's the game plan? What does he say? He hasn't said anything yet. It's got to be something in the article about. Okay, where is it saying? No, he doesn't say anything about what how it break the fight down. I'll have to listen to it. I will have to listen to it. I thought maybe in that article we would get something, but there's a whole load of nothing in that. Sorry, my apologies. I'll have to break it down and listen to it. I think it was on. It looks like it's IFL TV that he made the breakdown. He said AJ needs to pace and control the fight. Okay. On which channel did Davidson make his glorious breakdown? Only advice I'll take from Ben is here advice. It was Lay's IFL interview. Well, okay. What else? What else? Ben Davidson, the kind of guy to talk about Tyson Fury and not himself on the first date. Well, Tyson Fury, Free Salvation Army season charity fight. AJ for free. He has to. Yep. AJ playing mastermind in public. Tyson soon say good for my mental health to fight AJ for free. I tell you something. You know, when the only thing that concerns me about this fight, yeah, is that we all know that the fight that the British public want to see is Tyson Fury against Anthony Joshua. We know that. And we know there's a lot of money in that fight. Arguably more money than against Usyk, but that's arguably. Because if Usyk goes out and actually destroys Joshua, do you still want to see Joshua versus Fury? I don't know. But my concern is because people want to see this fight so much, and it's so much money at the back end, so that after this fight is made, and if Joshua were to win, or they were to maneuver Joshua into position to win, then he still has to fight and win. But let's say it was close on the cards, they give Joshua the decision. They would maneuver it that way to make that fight happen. We've seen it so many times in boxing before. So that's the thing that concerns me. It really does. Joshua was gassed that badly in the first fight. He didn't have time to work that hard. If he's more active, only gas quicker. Yeah, absolutely. Sadly, AJ will need to win one more round on the scorecard from last fight to get the decision in Saudi. Yeah, well, you'll see it there. You'll see it there. That's why I believe Usyk knows this. Usyk's no mug. He knows this. I think he's going to come out and let that left hand go, like to stop AJ. AJ versus Herbie Hyde, matchroom weight throw season. Joshua hasn't got the power to knock Usyk out with one shot. And even if he rocks him, Usyk has the technical bit to avoid being hit with 6 or 7 follow-up shots. Yeah, well, I think we're going to see an aggressive Alexander Usyk in this rematch. That's what I believe. Whether that's a good thing or not, I do believe that if he gets onto the front foot, it neutralizes all that AJ does, because AJ then isn't the best fighter on the back foot. He's never been great on the back foot. He's not a guy that throws big counter punches like that. I just think that Usyk's got the speed and the power to back AJ out, hurt him, and stop him. Usyk wins in 4 rounds. Well, Bashir said that he believed that Usyk was carrying AJ in the first fight. That's what he believes, and I keep hearing that Usyk can do better things. But if we look at that last round, Usyk actually put his foot down and said, "Hold this." So, out of the 2 guys, Joshua looked like the guy who was going to get stopped on both occasions. Like both times he got hurt, he looked like he was going to get stopped, not Usyk. But anyway, I just wanted to cover some news stories. I think I kind of enjoyed that. I might do that more often. If you like me doing it, I'll do it. Let's see what it's have you know Eddie always takes AJ to another country after he loses so he can get pumped with roids. Interesting one there. I've thought it myself, but we'll see. Dillian White was paralyzed in one arm and still rocked Joshua, and Joshua was on the ropes, clueless. Is Robert Garcia a good choice as AJ's mainly mid-range fight, in my opinion? I think AJ gave the game plan away. Go back and listen to the press conference because Garcia said that he's been giving him notes, and AJ's been taking notes down. And if you listen to AJ's talking, the way he's talking at press conference, you see the words "tuck up," and to me, that sounds to me he's going to tuck up tight, and walk Usyk back to the ropes. Take whatever Usyk's going to throw and walk him back. And if you listen to Eddie Hearn and Robert Garcia, and Eddie Hearn turns and says, "Have you seen the size difference between the 2 guys?" So they all talk about size. But it's the same guy that was in the ring with Joshua with Usyk the first time round. So it can roid all you want, but, you know, I don't know. Worrying for Joshua that he already threw his highest volume of punches in career during the first fight. Joshua used more of the jab with Garcia. Well, yeah, he might do. But when he gets hit on the chin, we know what happens. When he gets hit on the chin, he gets confused. He doesn't know what to do. He gets hit on the chin, he backs straight up, and he smiles. I don't know if those things will change. AJ has TUE here as well as the roids. He's getting abroad. Must be on another level. Well, they say he's punching harder than ever. So, and he says he's looking to cut and all that stuff. But, you know, AJ versus Usyk 2 is different to AJ versus Ruiz 2 because Usyk hasn't lost sight of discipline and fighting in some other place that doesn't matter him. AJ coming aggressive could get him walk onto something. I've said it already. Him coming out aggressive, he's going to walk onto something. AJ will more Usyk Mexican style. Yeah, let him come Mexican style. AJ fighting Mexican style. Well, first of all, if you're going to fight Mexican style, you need to have a decent chin. Second of all, if you need to have Mexican style, you need to have some stamina about you. And third, if you're going to fight Mexican style, you need to have some serious heart about you. Andy Ruiz fights more Mexican style, and you saw what happened with AJ. I reckon Garcia can unlock potentials that are already there. Garcia is not a magician. There's no magical ways of teaching the move. Joshua should fight wild if he loses. Yeah, maybe so. I did think that AJ came into the first Ruiz fight with concussion from getting stunned in sparring. Yep, I mentioned something like that by Joey DeWaco. Yep, but also the first time I believe he had concussion before he fought, and he fought Matt Legg. He had got concussion there. I think that was when the David Price situation happened. Could be wrong. AJ about to fight like English Brandon Rios. God forbid that happens. Chisora had success mauling Usyk though, but that's Chisora's style, and you got to compare and contrast the different style. Usyk, Chisora's 6'1". He's 6'1", 6'1.5". He's a brawler. Josh's not a brawler. Josh is a boxer, and I think it's a bit late in the day to try and make him fight Mexican style. So Chisora had success because Chisora was willing to come forward, bob and weave, and get inside of Usyk. And Usyk himself only realized the size of the ring when he was on the way to the ring. Do you think people overrate Chisora's performance versus Usyk? Derek was way too scrappy, landing shots and arms. This is what I think. I think that Derek Chisora's performance looked very good because people expected Usyk to blow Derek Chisora out of there. So the fact that Davidson went the distance and he pushed Usyk back. Yeah, but you also have to understand, and I get this information from the Ukraine, that Usyk wasn't happy about his weight. He wasn't happy about his weight or how he made his weight. He was saying that he's too light. So you don't think AJ could do what he did to White? I feel he mauled White. I also feel like he had more heart back then, though. Yeah, that was before he got chinned, dropped. Remember, he got dropped by Klitschko. He said he never wanted to have a fight like that again. And then he got hurt by Ruiz and knocked down so many times by Ruiz. Yeah, so I don't think he's ever recovered from a Ruiz fight, to be honest with you. We don't know if AJ's had enough of the RGBA to shed the amateur fighting style. Oh, Robert Garcia, yeah. To shed the amateur style for the rematch. Interesting. But the thing is, Garcia's never trained a heavyweight. So this is his first heavyweight. So he can make a whole load of mistakes there. If AJ wins 1-1, can there be a third fight before Fury, or who's lined up next? Good question. I think there should be a rematch in there. The heavyweight champion should get a rematch. And why not? Klitschko changed Joshua's career with one right hand. He did. White's feet were very slow. AJ could cut the ring off and corner him. That's true. And White was injured going into that fight. And I did tell you that before the fight. Congratulations, you, Ingram. Your continued success, in spite of the hate, is inspiring. You deserve it. Although your chiseled good looks and being photogenic don't hurt either. LOL. Thank you so much, my friend. I don't know if you were able to catch this morning's. I was on a national television this morning talking sports. So I don't know if you caught that. I will be trying to broadcast that every week live. So we'll do what we can there. There will only be a rematch if Usyk wins. I like that one, Liam. I like that one a lot. I do enjoy that. Bring back the cornrows. That's not happening no more, bro. It's too old for that, man. Bro, this is celebrating my 46th year last Friday. Yeah? So, no, I can't be doing that, bro. 46 years old, Kane, bro. No, leave that for David Hay. Yeah, not for me. Not for me at all. Yeah. So, right. I think that's it for me before I start talking any dribble. Of course, before I finish, I'm glad to see you're diversifying your content and giving us more time. I think AJ might have bitten a hawky chew for the rematch. Diversify my content. I thought I always did diversify my content because I got this, I had the news channel. I haven't had time to do much because, you know, I'm doing coaching and it's quite a big job. We've got national youth games coming up. So, yeah, a lot of work to do. Qualifiers. Let me this up. So while you're here, please do check out my other channel. Get yourself subscribed. I'm going to do a lot more videos in there, travel videos, stuff. Check this out. So check it out. Get yourself onto that channel, Lagos Cricket Academy TV. Check it out. And also, it's on Google Play as well. So you can go on the Google Play Store, look for Lagos Cricket Academy TV. Get on there. It's got lots of videos, articles. Check it out. You can see what I'm up to over there as well. I think AJ will pull it off. Well, he might do. May you have many more successes and go from strength to strength. Yep. I could do with some success coming up in these upcoming tournaments for our squads. That'd be very nice. Appreciate that. So, yeah, let me get going. I've got to do some preparation for tomorrow's final squad selection. So, much love to you all. Hope you're enjoying the videos. I'm looking forward to seeing Isaac Chamberlain fight this Saturday night against Bill Smith. It's a great fight, and I really hope Chamberlain can do it because he's one of those guys that says one to watch. So, all right, let me get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, BWTM Sports. We're out.